excited to perform for you. You have to thank a few people first. Thank you so much, chaperones. You make the trip be successful on stage, and more importantly, off stage. Thank you, parents, for driving, encouraging, and pushing these musicians. Thank you so much, teachers, especially Jody Hansen, Brian Fox, Dennis Doctor, and Mark Porter. And thank you so much, Chris Hansen, for your logistics. And students, thank you so much for continuing the art of music. You make it all possible. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the directors of the high school, director, Matthew Means, and the director of the middle school, Tom Fleming, for working the arts within our students. Thank you so much. And I would like to welcome to the stage a director who I've known for the past 10 years. He has been the orchestral, choral, and band director at Churchill County High School in Fallon, Nevada, and also a really close disc golfing friend, Tom Fleming.
But I think you'll be able to hear me just fine. I conduct musicals and I know all about projecting my voice. So, this is an awesome bunch of kids. I have had a blast. I like to start with something something old. So we start with Handel. That was from Fireworks Suite, the whole suite of songs back in the Baroque age for an event where they blew stuff up. So that was Royal Fireworks from Royal Fireworks, one of many songs in that suite. So now we're going to stay with something old. This is called Ancient Days. And essentially, just think medieval. This was actually written fairly recently. It was written around 2000, right in there. But it's a piece that I just love. And features a couple of people that may not look like, middle school students, that I have a reason. So we're going to invite to the stage Mr. Roderick Royce. Ryan Fox. And the reason for that is we have an amazing viola section, but they're small in number, and there's this line that goes pretty much all the way through this that I wanted some additional support sound-wise so that you would be able to hear what these amazing players are playing. And I want you to know that these kids can play it just fine. I just needed more volume, so I asked him if he would step in and just provide a little bit more volume on that particular part. And Mr. Royce, in the meantime, is going to be playing the tom for us in a very medieval sort of way. these last couple of days. And as I was starting to feel sorry for myself for feeling tired, I looked up and I thought, yeah, maybe I ought to save that sense of self-pity there for a second, because these guys are like, oh, I'm so worn out, especially last night. And then, but it wasn't because they just never stopped. It was like, it was really, really fun, and they were all so cooperative, and they were just an absolute joy to direct. I could probably say that another 4 or 5 times, because it's been an amazing couple of days for me. And we're going to be playing a little tune called Frostbite. And Frostbite, there's no big huge story behind it. It's kind of a fun song. And I really like it, and so we're going to do it. This is Frostbite. So, I think I have my music on upside down there. So much pop music, pop styles of music in this world come from the South, from the Southeast, Appalachia. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Songcatcher. It's absolutely wonderful. You know about these people that were looking for original songs that are passed down by ear in Appalachia. And in that movie, they discover these songs and they go, that sounds a lot like, this English folk song, only it's different, right? Or that English folk song, or that Scottish, or that Celtic, but it's different, And in essence, if we're talking in the early part of the 20th century, even the late 19th century, people that have been living in Appalachia for just a long, long time by then, and moved there in the early part of the 19th century. But that music that people originally brought, maybe from England or from Scotland or from Ireland or other places around the world, evolved into a unique American form called bluegrass. And in other parts of America, we had another through singing traditions among African slaves. In the South came the blues. And so I just want to, and then from that came rock and roll. From that came, things get all combined, and we have all sorts of it's just amazing music that's performed around the world that may have started somewhere in Scotland, but the very essence of it still lives today is what we call rock and roll and blues and et cetera, et cetera. And so I always, when I'm teaching, it's very important to me that kids get something that is at the roots of American music, and the roots actually now of world music all over the world. And so I like to do, especially with the orchestras, is to introduce them, if they haven't been introduced already, to a bit of bluegrass style. And so that's what this song is. It's a little bluegrass playing. And one of the things that I tell the kids is, if you want to play bluegrass, you get that speed, get that elbow up, get that elbow up, and get that wrist moving. So get that elbow up, get that wrist moving. And so they've heard that like 9,473 times in the last 2 days. And so to demonstrate all that work, get that arm up, et cetera, then you'll get to hear a chant. You get a chance to hear that in this song, which is Going to Boston. But sometimes they just deserve to stand and stretch their legs. So we are at the final song of the concert, and thank you all for coming, and thank you all for supporting not just your own kids, but your students, of your children being in these groups is an act of support for arts, for the arts, for music in particular, and for students that are just want to be music and dance and theater. And thank you, people of Elko, for building this. Well, you, Elko, you have so much to be proud of. To be such supporters of the arts in this wonderful, wonderful community with some of the best restaurants, I swear. I always like coming to Elko, but my God, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So every time you're in, you just breathe in deep and appreciate it. This is absolutely wonderful, Elko. It's visionary, and it's wonderful, and I thank you so much for building this, and I get to use it right here and now, but I know, you know, it takes to build something like this, and it takes a lot of determination by a lot of people, and you have so much to be proud of, Elko. Thank you, all of you. Yes. So we're going to finish with Jurassic Park, and thank you.
Was the grades 6 through 9 portion of the concert. We're going to bring grades 10 through 12 out right now. No intermission. So as we said, that was the grade 6 through 9 ensemble. Mr. Royce and I started this honor orchestra 9 years ago, and it's gone through a lot of stages of development, and we're very proud at the phase that it's at now, where we can invite 5 different directors from across northern Nevada to participate. So you just heard the first ensemble. This next one is grades 10 through 12, and the first thing we want to do is bring out our concertmaster, Willem Druschka, to tune the ensemble. And now I'd like to introduce our second guest conductor, Matt Means. He's currently the Dean of the Honors College at UNR. He was formerly an extensive violin musician. He's in solo, chamber, and orchestral studies. He holds degrees from the Cleveland Institute of Music. And I could go on about his accolades, but we're going to let the music speak for itself.
students in really less than 24 hours in some respects. These, as you know, being family members, these students are amazing human beings. And they're also really, really smart because they have put together a very challenging program in an extraordinarily short amount of time. And it has been a great personal joy for me to work with them, to make music with them tonight, and indeed to become friends and colleagues. So my heart and my thanks goes out to them as well as to all the people who contributed to where they are today. Thank you for enjoying our first piece. That is a piece written by my friend Jeff Bishop. Wonderful composer who composed a lot of music for orchestras, both string and full orchestra. As you can hear, it had a lot of energy. The next piece is going to be a little bit more laid back. The synthesis is flowing musicality, warmth of sound, beauty of sound from Susan Day. Then you're going to hear one of the chillest tangos you may ever encounter. Bella Cubana, which is a wonderful piece that has a lot of different contrasting sections. And then we're going to finish out our program with a piece that has a lot of energy that I know that they love playing because from the first time we went through it, it was just, they were on fire. And that's our long piece. So thank you so much for joining us today and most importantly, for contributing to their success. Hope you enjoy our episode. I know that as parents and as family members, you take these students to rehearsals, concerts, lessons. You also contribute gratefully through your heart and through your own pocketbook for lessons, supplies, and all kinds of other things. And let me tell you, it's my hope working at university that all of the students continue to perform music for the rest of their lives. Because the gifts that music brings, not only to themselves, but to many others, is really incalculable. So thank you very much. Please give yourselves a round.